We're talking today with Chris Cumins from Breakout River Meat at Cowra. Chris, your message today, you're a processor. What are you seeing with the lambs coming through your processing plant at Cowra?
Very difficult to buy what we want. We've taken the rubber band and stretched it too far. We've gone from 9 o'clock to 3 p.m. and we should have stopped at 12 p.m.
Well, what have we done wrong as an industry?
We started on the no fat, to try and put a little bit more stretch in our lambs, and we've taken it too far, and we just need to wind it back because we're not getting the meat. We need meat, and we're not getting it.
You talk about stretch. What areas have we stretched too far?
Straight down the middle. The same as if you've got a bit of rubber band and pulled it half an inch along, and it's just going to get narrower right through, and it starts at the head and goes all the way through.
Are there any particular breeds that you're noting are just way stretched too much?
Yeah, there are.
Which ones?
Well, some are worse than others. Poll Dorsets have been our business for a long time, and they've gone down the path of too much stretch, a lot of them, and white-faced Suffolks have destroyed their breed, I believe, with what they've done with some of their American genetics they brought in, and basically the rest of your breeds aren't, they're not in the same league as those two particular old meat breeds. And the Dorpers are really pounding on the door saying, well, hello, here we are, and we've got confirmation and we've got meat.
Are you finding the Dorper crosses are the best?
At the moment they are, yeah. I mean, some of your traditional Poll Dorset studs, that have kept meat on their rams and good growth rates, they're very difficult to beat. But Dorpers, our butchers love them.
So when you say your butchers, are you tailoring it at more an upmarket side?
Well, that's all butchers. We serve over 300 butchers, and they all can't be wrong with what they're looking for. They want meat, they want yield.
Are you finding that the industry is not getting the message that they're now starting to produce the wrong type of animal?
What's happened is once you start going down the road, it's hard to pull the car up, and people are reluctant to do it. But I think the message is getting there more and more. There's more, even Coles are, saying it now that they can't buy what they want. So that's good when someone, a big consumer like Coles comes up, and says we can't buy what we want. Well, that's a good start.
Now, you go to a sale yards at the moment of the animals that you want, and you used Wagga as an example. What proportion of the yarding could you actually buy?
It'd be less than 5%, Bruce. And what happens is that the people with the genetics we're looking for, if they want to, can grow. They grow out really easily into heavy lambs. So, they're gone for us. So the lambs I want are there, but they're 30 kilos. So the lambs that I want at 22 kilos, they're there, but the reason being, especially this time of the year, if they're not suckers, is the fact that they didn't make the grade as, up until now. And they're the ones that are badly bred. They're too long, too lean, too lanky, and no one can fatten them. So
have we gone too far, and can we come back to get the type of animals that you mentioned, Coles, for example, and your clients want?
Yeah, absolutely. We just got to get the mindset to want to do it. And Central West New South Wales has probably got the best lamb genetics in Australia. But you can go to any area in Australia. We've got the best genetics, and there's a reason for that. There's a lot of studs didn't go down that long lanky road. They kept the nucleus of what they're doing. All they did was put a little bit more growth, a little bit more early maturity on their lambs. We used to kill back in the 70s, late 70s, 16 kilo carcass weight. Now we're sort of 22 and a half kilo carcass weight. It's a big difference. So our lambs have grown. Genetics have changed, and it's changed for the better. Say 6 or 7 years ago to now, it's gone too far. We can't fatten.
Given the shortage though on the world market and domestically of lambs in the last 12 or 18 months, has the price message been lost though, in that producers are still being rewarded for what you call it, the long lanky lambs, as well as the lambs that you want?
They have been. Everyone's been rewarded, and it's hard to get the message across. But the really good producers don't have them as long. They can turn them off at 19 kilos, or they can turn them off at 30 kilos, whatever their opportunity. But if you go down to some of those lamb plan growth rate, rams, what happens there is they're not ready at 19 kilos, they're not ready at 22 kilos, they're not ready at 24 kilos, and they've got to wait until they get really old and heavy before they'll fat.
Chris Cumins, thanks for talking to us today.
Thanks, Bruce.